God-level duplication system. Chapter 39. Provoke Him. You. Zhang Mingliang was so angry that he couldn't speak. As Lin Xuan said, Lin Xuan is a potential disciple and ranks first in potential with a 3-month protection period. An old disciple like him really can't help Lin Xuan. However, if you want to avenge your cousin, can I also give you a chance? At this time, Lin Xuan's voice came. Zhang Mingliang heard the reputation and looked over, and saw Lin Xuan looking at him with a half-smile. A bad premonition came from the bottom of my heart. What chance? Zhang Mingliang still asked. Don't you just want to teach me a lesson? How about this, you take out 3 inferior spirit stones as a bet, and fight with me. If I win, these 3 inferior spirit stones will belong to me, and I promise to fight you, and you can also use this as a lesson. How about a meal for me to avenge your cousin? Lin Xuan said calmly. Defective spirit stones are the product of a kind of spiritual energy gathered on the stone. For warriors above Qi gathering realm, whether it is cultivation, array formation, alchemy, etc., it has a great effect, so it is used as currency. A defective spirit stone is equivalent to 1,000,000 gold coins in the secular world. It can be said that the net income of the entire Lin family in Qingya City for a month is not worth a few defective spirit stones. 3 inferior spirit stones are worth 3,000,000 gold coins. And for Zhang Mingliang, this is also a big sum. Hearing this, Zhang Mingliang couldn't help hesitating. He just intends to vent his anger on his cousin. If he loses 3 inferior spirit stones, it will be a big loss. What he has on hand now is just 5 inferior spirit stones, which he has accumulated since he entered the sect for so long. As for Lingxi, the 4 major sects and the royal family all strictly controlled it. It is only within the sect that it is easier to obtain some. At this time, Lin Xuan's joking voice came. Why, Zhang Mingliang, you, a Qi-gathering martial artist, dare not even agree to my invitation to fight a martial artist of the opening realm? If you are so courageous, what kind of martial arts do you still practice? Why don't you go home and farm? Ha ha. Lin Xuan, you. Zhang Mingliang clenched his fists, his anger surged. Because of the movement here, many outer disciples gathered around. When the disciples heard the words, they also became noisy. That's right, even an enlightened martial artist doesn't dare to fight. Isn't this courage too small? It will be interesting if this matter reaches the ears of the elders. It is estimated that the elders will be dissatisfied. Haha. The disciples didn't think it was a big deal to watch the excitement, so they started booing. On the side, Zhang Mingliang's complexion became more and more ugly. This is the most obvious aggressive method. He is a martial artist in the Qi-gathering realm, and he accepted an invitation to fight in the opening realm, so it was only natural that he won. But if you lose, it will be miserable. Only a fool would agree to such a obviously useless gambling battle. He was about to say no. But at this moment, it is not enough. Being made such a fuss by Lin Xuan, it will definitely spread. If he dared to refuse, his impression would be bad if it fell into the ears of the elders and other high-level officials in the outer sect. He is not a top talent in the outer sect like the top 10 in the outer sect. If this continues, his future will be ruined. If he doesn't agree now, he has to agree. Very good. Lin Xuan, you are amazing. Zhang Mingliang looked gloomy and said coldly. Okay, I promise you. However, I lost, and I need to give you 3 inferior spirit stones, which is quite a lot. What about you? What is your bet? Up to now, he can only fight and defeat Lin Xuan. He still doesn't believe that Lin Xuan, who is in Qi-gathering realm, will be an opponent of Enlightenment realm. Although Lin Xuan was the #1 genius among the new disciples of this year, even the 3rd elder praised him for having the ability to teach the truth. But it's just an enlightenment state, and its talent has not yet been brought into play in the future. If I lose, I will let you do what I want. How about it? Lin Xuan said calmly. It is good. Zhang Mingliang said in a deep voice. Lin Xuan agreed so simply. Not only was Zhang Mingliang not the slightest bit happy, but more bad premonitions emerged in his heart. But right now, he has to fight. Zhang Tao at the back heard the words, but a gleam of joy flashed in his eyes. He stared closely at the 2 of them. Maybe he can get revenge this time. Lin Xuan's eyes also flashed with light, but his complexion remained unchanged. His aggressive method was successful. Next, it's time to harvest. What he values is not only the 3 inferior spirit stones, but also a large number of energy points. If he can surpass Zhang Mingliang and defeat Zhang Mingliang after the news spreads, it should cause quite a shock. At that time, there will be no less energy points in the account. As one of the 4 major sects of the Kangyuan Kingdom, the Liuyan sect, the top power in the Kangyuan Kingdom, is a treasure land. Many masters and strongmen have good treasures on them. But he was unable to obtain it due to insufficient energy points. Now is your chance. After harvesting a large amount of energy points, he can copy them wantonly. When all the outer disciples heard the words, they also backed away. Give up a large enough area for Lin Xuan and Zhang Mingliang to compete. Immediately, Zhang Mingliang looked at Lin Xuan and said coldly, "Lin Xuan, lose." After the words fell, Zhang Mingliang rushed towards Lin Xuan without talking nonsense. Like a huge boulder, it comes crushed with unparalleled power. Red fire palm. Coming in front of Lin Xuan, Zhang Mingliang let out a low cry and slapped out his palm. The fiery palm prints that were flickering with fire suddenly fell down. In an instant, a wave of heat spread away. The ambient air temperature is also rising sharply. The power was so strong that the expressions of all the outer disciples around him changed slightly. This palm, I am afraid that the outer disciples who are also in the Qi gathering realm can't resist it. Zhang Mingliang is worthy of being a well-known master in the outer sect. Everyone looked at Lin Xuan again, wanting to see how Lin Xuan, who was only in the enlightened state, would deal with this blow. But seeing Lin Xuan's expression unchanged, he stepped on his foot, and his figure flashed, and he easily avoided it. What a speed! What a brilliant move! Many disciples around secretly exclaimed. The speed of this movement made some Qi gathering realm among them feel ashamed. An enlightened state, but can display a body technique that surpasses the Qi gathering state. Such scenes shocked everyone. It should be said, is it worthy of being the first genius of a new disciple who even the third elder praised as having the talent of true inheritance? All the disciples secretly said in their hearts. And on the field? Is this true anger? Lin Xuan murmured in a low voice, his eyes flickering. True Qi is a stream of energy that absorbs the aura of heaven and earth and refines it through exercises. But it was the first time Lin Xuan had seen its power. Feeling the heat wave, Lin Xuan knew that it was impossible for him to take it by force. Otherwise, a big scar will definitely be left on the body. It seems that I still underestimated the combat power of Qi gathering realm. Lin Xuan shook his head slightly, but his expression remained calm. Opposite. Zhang Mingliang realized that his palm had landed on an empty space, and his complexion turned serious. He knew that Lin Xuan, the new disciple with the highest potential, was far stronger than he expected. Don't dare to have any carelessness. Flying snake step. Immediately, he urged his movements to catch up.